Hey, there are two students, they were done two same portfolio, same case studies, same amount of work behind them. So one got the offer, the one got, we will get back to you. So same portfolio, but different results. Why? So because a portfolio reviews on a screen and a portfolio presentation in a live interview are two completely different skills. So one of them can be perfect on Behance and still fall apart. The moment a panel says, okay, share your screen and walk us through it. Hi, I'm Rambal. I have around 25 plus years in this industry. I built a prepaid card product used across almost every bank in India. So helped to close a 330 million USD with an MNC. I ran a design agency over a decade, and for the last few years, I have trained 4,600 plus UX UI designers at Aspira. I have sat on both sides of this table. I have interviewed the candidates, and I have coached hundreds of my own students through live interviews. So today I am going to give you the exact formula I teach in my 3-day career intensive, how to present your portfolio live. So the panel remembers you after the call ends. Section 1, why live presentation is a different game. When a recruiter opens your portfolio alone, they read it at their own pace. They skip, they scroll back, they take their time. In a live interview, none of that happens. You control the pace, you control what they focus on, you control the story. That is not a disadvantage, that is a power if you know how to use it. So here is what actually happens in a live portfolio round. You got around 8 to 10 minutes for a project that took you about 3 weeks. The panel is watching how you think, not just what you designed. So one unclear sentence, they mentally check out for the next 2 minutes. So they remember how you made them feel clear, confident. So in control, more than the pixels. Section 2, the 5-part live presentation formula. So I teach this as a 5 parts in this order every time. So not because it's the only way, because it is the way that keeps a panel engaged for the full time you have. So part 1, the 30-second frame. So not the full backstory. Most students they open with, so this project I did it in my 3rd month at Aspera. The brief was, and the panel is already lost. So state the project name, who it was for, and the core problem in one breath. So for example, this is a checkout redesign for a food delivery app where 68% of the users were dropping off before the payment made. That's it. So one sentence, not your process, not your tools, not yet. You just gave them a reason to care. So in the next 10 seconds. So that is the frame. So part 2, the problem with the number attached. So every problem statement needs at least one number or one code or one specific pain point, not simply saying that users were confused. That is a very, very vague statement. It kills the interest. It's very bad. So users found the flow confusing. That is also bad. So the good sentence would be 7 out of 10 users abandoned the checkout after entering their address. So if you don't have these kind of a real data, say so honestly and use some benchmark. So the industry average cart abandonment is about a 68%, and our early testing showed me where the tracking was a number. The makes the panel lean in. A vague sentence makes them check their phone. So part 3, show the thinking, not just the screens. So this is where most students, they lose the room. So they straight away jump into the final screens. They are showing the beautiful, polished and completely unconvincing the ones. So you can show one rough sketch or at least one wireframe. Even it could be messy is fine. So say you can what you tried first and why you moved away from that. So one sentence is enough. So my first version was a single page form. Testing showed it overwhelmed with the user. So I broke it into the 3 steps. So that one sentence does more work than the 5 minutes of showing your polished UI, because now they have seen you think, not just decorate. So part 4, the decision defended in one line. So for every major screen you show, you need a one line ready. So why you made that choice? Not a paragraph, one single line. I kept the cart total visible at all times, so users never lose track mid checkout. I used a single accent color only on the primary action, so there is zero confusions on what to tap next. So if a panel asks, why did you do that? And you go blank, that is not a design failure. That is a preparation failure. Practice this line for every key screen. So Read it out loud. So before the interview. So part 5, close with the impact, then stop talking. So end every project with the outcome, real numbers if you have them. So honest projections if you don't have. So use real data. So check out completion improved from 32% to 61% in my testing. So no real data in a 5 user test, task completion went from 2 out of 5 to 5 out of 5. Then say that is a project, happy to go deeper on any part of it. And stop talking, keep silence. After the strong close, it's confidence. So students ruin a great presentation by rambling into the silence because it feels awkward. So let it sit. Section 3, the 3 mistakes that cause the offer. So mistake number 1, you are going to reading your screen instead of talking to the panel. So if you are narrating what is already visible, you are wasting their time. So tell them what they can't see. So they're thinking. Mistake number 2, no time awareness. You are spending about almost 6 to 8 minutes on discovery phase and rushing the outcome in next 20 seconds. So my humble request, do practice with a timer. I make every Aspira student time their run through before a mock interview. So mistake number 3, getting defensive on feedback. So when a panel pushes back on a decision, that is not an attack, it is a test. So it is a test of how you handle the disagreement. You can say something like that is fair. Here is why I leaned this way, but I see the point you are making. So panels remember the composure more than they remember your color palette. Section 4, what this actually changes. So this exact formula in what I run students through in the 3-day career intensive at Aspira. So live mock panels, real feedbacks until this becomes second nature. So it is not about memorizing the lines. It is about having a structure so solid that nerves don't derail you. When the panel is staring back at you live, students who drill this the way I just showed you walk into the interviews calmer because they are not figuring it out. So what to say? They already know. Section 5, the conclusion. So if you have got an interview coming up, don't just polish your screens. So rehearse your story and read it out loud, time yourself, say the one-line reasoning for every screen. So until it's become automatic. So if you want to actually practice this live, so I run a UX UI live workshop every Saturday. So where we do exactly this kind of a drill. So link is in the description. So you can come and sit in. And if you want direct guidance, my team is on WhatsApp. So you can message them. So tell them where you are stuck and we will point you in the right directions. No pressure to join anything, just a clarity. So you can drop a comment. What is the one project you are most nervous to present live? So I'll pick a few and break them down in a future video. So once again, I am Rambal. I will catch you soon with another meaningful topic. Until then, bye bye.